All right, guys, if you've watched any of my videos at all, you've seen that this thing has been using oil. And it's been using about a half a quart of oil every time I mow the grass. It takes me about an hour and a half to mow the grass. And I put this rag up here next to the the gas pump, because oil, as you can see how oily this rag is, it's just seeping out of that, and it was getting all over everything, and I was trying to keep it from making such a big mess. Well, I heard a lot of people bragging about this Marvel mystery oil, and I thought, well, you know, it's not that expensive. I'm gonna get some of it and just try it and see what happens. And I read the directions and I put the amount that it said to put in the gas tank. And I started this engine up and let it run for about 5 minutes, pulled the spark plug out, and I dumped about an ounce or so in there, put the plug back in it, not tight, I just screwed it in there finger tight and left the plug wire off and let it set overnight. And then like I said, I read the directions, found out how much to put in the oil. I put that amount in the oil. And I mowed my grass yesterday. And usually when I very first started up, it really burns a lot of oil. And I got out front and was mowing around and it's not smoking. I was really surprised. I was like, man, maybe this worked. And I got over in some areas where it was a little bit steep and it started smoking a little bit. And then I got off in the flat part of the yard and it quit smoking. And then I got into the small backyard where there's a lot of turning and it started smoking again. Then I got in the big yard, which is about 300 foot long, 125 foot wide, and it quit smoking. Well, then whenever I would go in and out of some spots that are kind of deep and steep, it started smoking again. And then it would stop. And so I haven't even looked yet, so we're gonna find out together just how much oil this thing used. Let's see if I can bring it up here. Well, it used right at a half a quart of oil. I don't know if you can see that or not. There it is. Let me pull it down here. I mowed yesterday and it is right there, and there's the top hole. So it used about the same amount, but it did it, and it was more sporadic. It didn't do it all the time. It only did it whenever I was jerking around or on steep areas. And I always put my oil and stuff right here in my seat and a rag, so I don't forget to check the oil before I get on this thing the next time and go to mow, because usually I'll let it set overnight and then I'll come back out and fill it up and check the gas and all that kind of stuff. I already put the proper amount in that thing of oil there, so it's already mixed up and ready to go in there. I thought I might try doing this 5 or 6 times and just see what happens, and then change the oil completely. And I also just got through putting one of these drain hoses on here because it was making such a big mess back there. It was leaking back there. But anyways, you guys seen it about the same amount, maybe even a little bit more. I guess maybe because it was thinner. Well, you guys have a great day, and we'll check in on this thing again here in a week or two.